Recording in progress.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flat Tire Podcast. I think this is episode number 43. If you're watching on Spotify, you can still see us. And Joe, who's got his fancy YouTube degree and can upload on YouTube now, so you can go watch it on YouTube. And I had no part in this, us not uploading like 30 some episodes on YouTube. That wasn't my fault. Don't blame me. I'm Chris with Joe and Kason. We're going to review the Daytona races and talk about the playoffs and give y'all our predictions. So, guess if y'all want to get into the Xfinity race, go ahead and kick off with that.
Who watched it?
Well,
I watched it.
I did watch it too. Or I watched right after Parker hopped in the car. So Chris, you want to start off with the whatever happened before Parker hopped in the car?
I kind of forgot what happened. Um, there was some caution for something minor, and then it started raining.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, then the rain came. Parker and Connor switched out because in like a very, very seamless fashion because it was really easy to switch out at Daytona and also when it's gonna red flag. um then it rained kind of on and off for a little bit. And then we went back racing, and they're like, because I think it was close to the end of the stage, wasn't it? It was the end of the stage.
It was like 20 laps till I think, maybe probably
Yeah.
10
Oh,
maybe.
yeah, that's right. I think it was like 10 because that's how Parker got up front. Just some of the people at the back pit, and that's how some of them got back up front. Um, Not much interesting happened other than Austin Hill and Jesse Love didn't look as dominant as normal.
Oh, hold on, Case, and I'm looking at the timeline. I remember what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Burton spun out
Oh,
and
that's right. That's like right when I turned it on.
he dropped a large piece of debris like right below the apron or like right below the double yellow line. And NASCAR was like, "This is fine. We're going to let you guys keep racing." And then the caution comes out and I'm like, "Wow, that was about a lap and a half too late." And it's like, "No, it was for rain, not the debris." So,
Oh, speaking of cautions, one thing that this week in NASCAR seemed to do for the first time ever is not really call cautions for single car wrecks that didn't hit anything.
I at first I didn't really like it, but like if they're going to be consistent, I'm fine with it.
By Talladega, they'll have forgotten all about this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Um, well, Chris, what happened next? Because I don't recall what happened next, honestly.
So they go back green. Let's see. It honestly wasn't much really until there was I guess the big one per se. It was Carson Quapple, Taylor Gray, Dean Thompson, Jeb Burton, Blaine Perkins, and Nick Sanchez received damage from the wreck. Sammy Smith was leading, and then they went back green. I'm pretty sure they ended out stage number 2 from there.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Oh,
Honestly, this race, for being a pretty solid race, this race was pretty unnotable, I feel like.
there was Sammy Smith got turned. There was actually a lot more wrecks in this race than I'm remembering. Oh, I was asleep at this point. That's why I don't remember this. I took like a 25-minute nap during the race, and it was like middle of stage 2. So
Yeah, I'm trying to honestly, I really have no recollection of like a lot of this race for some reason. Well,
nothing.
we're just gonna skip to the good parts.
Yeah, the good ending.
The good parts include Parker winning and not being credited with his win, and Austin Hill causing yet another big one.
Well, we also got to give like I know we don't do our award. Well, Joe doesn't do his awards like we used to for the
Yeah,
review, but we got to give an A plus gold star. What was it? The top banana award.
Yeah.
To Leland Honeyman for saying "fuck you, Austin Hill" and refusing to push him on that final restart. Like completely ruined
yeah,
his. That was hilarious, Leland Honeyman. You're my goat. I'm gonna go
and then
see.
I think we can give a little banana award to Sammy Smith for following Honeyman too and not pushing Austin Hill.
Oh yeah, it's like the field finally realized. Oh, if we don't follow this guy, he's not gonna win. And hard concept.
Only took like 15 races.
Yeah, no shit. What I find funny though is if that caution wouldn't have came out in spring Talladega. I mean, we can scratch the Atlanta races, but he wouldn't have a win at Daytona or Talladega thus far this year if they'd actually, you know, call cautions when they're supposed to.
That would help matters. He also wouldn't have won Spring Atlanta if certain people didn't just follow him around instead of Allgaier.
Yeah.
But yeah, Austin Hill causes yet another big one by sending it 4 wide. Parker wins the race with a lot of help from Allgaier, a little help from Sammy Smith, I'd say there at the end with the 3 JRM cars up front. Now Connor has 7 wins on the year.
All legitimate.
Yes, and now we
7
go to
wins.
Portland, where he won't have any Cup drivers in the field for the first time this year on the road course.
He'll have a new challenger in Will Brown.
Until Will Brown gets wrecked on lap 3 because it's Will Brown in NASCAR.
Is it a Colleague car?
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to get wrecked on lap 3. He'll just finish second, 15 seconds behind.
Yeah, it's in a Colleague car.
Yeah. Gets the
That's
SVG.
tough. Yeah, not much else in the Xfinity Series. I think we're one more race to the play. Is it after Portland, right?
Yeah, there's 2
more.
races. There's
Okay. Side note, NASCAR. I really hate that we have this very different. It's like, oh, trucks end a week earlier, and then Xfinity ends 2 weeks later, and then Cup ends this week. This is really stupid. End the same week, you cowards.
Yeah. Does the trucks go to Gateway?
No,
They do. They don't?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well,
Maybe. I don't know.
truthfully, what they need to do is it's 2 weeks. So, like, figure out how to tack on 2 extra weeks before this date. So, like you said, Case, and they can all be like started at one time because this is we're gonna have to do a separate Xfinity playoff show just because NASCAR can't get their
In
dates.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
Just
not to mention, I feel like the casual fan, this is confusing as shit.
They don't
Oh,
go
yeah.
to Gateway.
If it were up to me, trucks would go to Daytona, Xfinity would go to Daytona, and that would just be the regular season finale for all 3 series. Would it make a mess in Xfinity and trucks? Yes. Is it going to make any more of a mess than they already do when they go there? No.
This is why we're not in charge.
Why? Because we either have the dumbest opinions you can ever fucking cook up or the best opinions that are just common sense.
A. Only A.
But yeah, that's my rant on that. Outside of that, yeah, not much to say on the Xfinity race other than fun race. Don't remember most of it, but it was a fun race, I feel like.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Probably just because Parker won another race at Daytona this year, which he isn't going to be credited with.
How do you feel about that? Would you give him credit for the win? Feels up to you. No?
Okay.
I say yes, and there needs to be asterisks in for like win counts, because it's like the situation of Chase Elliott winning at Pocono to me too. We need an asterisk on that because he didn't actually cross the finish line first. Something happened. It's like Connor. Connor's going to get credit with his 7th win time, Christopher Bell. He didn't actually win this race, but he started the race.
I'd give Parker the win, but I'd give Connor the points. Because Connor started the race, he just didn't finish it.
That's fair too.
I don't know. I'm torn because, like, when you have a starting pitcher in baseball and then you have a closing pitcher, who gets the credit for the win?
Sometimes the closer would, yes.
I don't know what's going on in baseball. That was the actual question. I wasn't being rhetorical.
Say sometimes, depending
Uh,
on situation, the closer would get the win.
it does depend on situation. Because
Like-
then you have the relievers. So then like if we would have had like Dale Jr. hop in the car for 20 laps in the middle of the race, maybe he gets the win.
I think maybe.
Bad analogy there, Chris.
Well, I was asking a question. I wasn't making
Nope.
the statement.
I don't want to hear any more sentences.
Well, you're gonna hear some more. Maybe if you complete what would be equivalent to halfway, like stage two, whatever the race would be to be official, that would be whoever wins the race. Like if Parker hopped in at whatever was halfway after, or stage two, whichever one came first, Connor gets the win. But where Connor hopped in, I would say Parker gets the win, but that would be a rule change. Or I think I didn't listen to the clip, but I know the teardown talked about adding in a co-winner.
Yeah, that's where I got this idea from. Because I listened to it too on my way home.
You did what?
Yeah.
That's it. All right, well, we got that problem out of the way.
I'm recording my
I don't want
end
no
of
Jeff
the
Gluck worshiping
media.
here.
You can hear
Honestly,
me.
Jeff Gluck's better than fucking Jordan Bianchi.
Don't listen to these people. I am the true podcast man. They'll only get this on my end.
I'll ask him to unmute.
When I'm recording, they can still hear me. So on
yeah, Joe
YouTube,
has a lot
they'll
more power
hear.
now.
Let me see how I can kick him out. Remove. Okay, yeah, Joe, you're on thin ice.
I'll still keep recording this.
Just do it by yourself.
Yep.
We'll have Joe's version.
It's where I go to NASCAR references or driver averages or whatever it is, and do the rest of the pod by myself.
It's where all three people pick SVG as the champion, according to Joe.
That's right. So Connor Zillage has 6 1/8 of a win this season.
So, given that he's now at 7, I think will he get to 8?
He'll probably hit 9.
Probably at 10.
He'll probably hit. Honestly, I think he's going to hit over 10 at this rate.
I'm only saying 9 just because I think there's some wiggle room there. I think he might fuck up along the way.
What's his average finish since he got out of the car for Larson?
What's his average finish since his broken neck or his collarbone? No, he didn't finish.
It was a 2.3, but then he added 2 more wins since then, Chris.
So you're saying the more he's broken, the better he does?
Yes.
He's gonna win out at this rate.
I honest to God think he could win like 11 races pretty easily, considering there's 2 more road courses.
What's the rest of the schedule?
But yeah, Portland and Roval, right?
Portland,
Yeah.
Gateway, Bristol, Kansas, the Roval, Las Vegas, Talladega, Martinsville, and Phoenix.
So we have Martinsville, which he dominated until he got crashed.
So he won't win there.
2 road courses. I'd be very surprised if he didn't win both, unless he literally just didn't start this week or something, or didn't finish. Yeah, honestly, he's probably hitting 10.
Bristol, I don't think he'll do good there.
Where did he get at Bristol in the spring?
Wasn't good.
What are you doing, Joe?
I'm slouching down in case I'm wrong.
I'm trying to remember. Well, all I remember about that race is that Larson just put on the biggest ass whooping of the year, basically.
Felt to ass.
Connor got 12th, but he did start second.
See, not good.
I think that was one of those races where when he was in the middle of his penalties.
So
let's go look.
Not good, Joe.
Not good. 12th is not good.
Can we look up the average oval finish for SVG last year?
The different circumstances.
What are the circumstances?
His first time being on an oval.
Connor started running ovals like a year before SVG did.
See, he's got that year more of experience. That 12th is not good.
In ARCA,
It's not good. He didn't win the ARCA championship. What does that tell you? Couldn't he win in ARCA?
because the lapped car wrecked him.
Not good. I'm just acting like everyone else on Facebook when SVG finishes like 16th. And they say, oh, I see, I can't drive on oval. See, Connor can't win championships because he crashes.
Well, okay.
And I hope that Titanic sinks that he bought.
Keep that away from the iceberg set.
You should text him and say you'll trade your Edmund Fitzgerald figure for his Lego Titanic set.
I'll crop it that it looks big. That way when he gets it, it's just like that small.
I'm actually really curious because I feel like he did get a penalty in this race. I'm now deep into looking at this.
Just face the facts that he sucked.
But yeah, I think he's winning 11 races. That's my new bet.
How'd your one bet go from earlier this year? With
That did not
what,
go
18
good.
wins?
We'll talk a little more about a big reason for that later.
No.
Tyler Reddick sucks.
Well,
That's not even
excuses.
When was the last time the Big Threes won a race? According to Kaysen.
The Byron, Reddick,
Bell.
Bell, and Larson.
Can't
like,
remember his
a
own
couple weeks
big
ago in
three.
Iowa.
He added a 4.
It was Byron like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And then before that win.
Now there was a big stretch before that win. I didn't think that we'd have Larson pulling his best Jimmy Johnson impression.
So your big 3's a big 4.
His Big Three before Byron won on August.
It probably was
It was
Larson.
It was Larson May 11th.
Yeah.
No, no, yeah, that's the All-Star race.
Yeah.
My bad.
We had quite the summer stretch of Larson not trying to accomplish anything, Byron getting like third.
I don't even think Byron should have won Iowa either. That's the fucked up thing.
That was Byron's get back for the like 4 races he probably should have won earlier this season, and then just found a way to choke all of them away.
So you had 18 wins. You're at 7.
Yeah.
There's not even a chance anymore.
Who would have thought the big 3 was Denny Hamlin, SVG?
No, Joe. There is no Big Three. It's only Big Me, says SVG.
It's SVG, Denny Hamlin, and Ryan Blaney, the big 3.
Oh, you leaked my Final Four from later.
Oop, my bad. Anyways, Cup race. I didn't watch that either.
What? You didn't?
I was in the middle of the woods.
I thought you were watching it. You were like acting like you were watching it.
Yeah, it will come in and out. I'm trying to watch it, but I can't really watch it.
When
you guys are like, oh, this happened, I'll be like, well, let's just wait and see when this happens.
I guess the first notable thing that happened, Casey, was Casey Mears running over debris and blowing a tire. Bringing out
what a bad week for the 66 and the 78s. Random tires.
Yeah. Well, the first tire blow, when they fixed the damage, they like fucked up the rocker box, which caused the right rear to blow later in the race.
I didn't know that. That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
I just loved watching Casey Mears' pit crew, and they're just like the rear tire changers yelling at someone for something. He just has to go and run over and grab it himself.
Look, man, Uncle Carl probably does not pay those guys a lot. They're probably doing it for the love of the game. I'm not gonna lie.
After that would have been Tyler Reddick. And was it Todd Gilliland?
Yeah.
Going for a spin, and then I'm like, haha, guys, I told you Tyler Reddick was going to wreck and run like ass again because he has one top 10 in the last like 7 races or something right now.
Then the Fire Nation of Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson attacked.
Yeah, they decided. Yeah, I don't really know what either of them were trying to accomplish right there, but they decided it was one to go. It wasn't actually one to go, and they both wanted the Daytona 500. It wasn't the Daytona 500.
It was like 7 to go in the stage one.
Yeah.
What
Ye-
what pissed me off about Bubba's move? Well, I'm like, dude, all you have to do is finish like 10 spots above Busher, get stage points, and you're gonna get an extra playoff point. That's all you got to do. And instead, he's driving like a fucking moron from the back stretch all the way to the front stretch, and he's still driving like a moron when Kyle Larson continues to just drive like a fucking idiot on super speedways,
Uh,
runs him
also,
over.
I think we finally have a successor to Brad Keselowski's pushing, and that's Kyle Larson. Because now that Kyle Larson just isn't wrecking out automatically, like in 10 laps at super speedways, we see him actually up front at them, and he pushes just like Brad Keselowski.
I don't think I wouldn't even say just like Brad. Brad's like, if you were a good enough car and you could handle Brad's pushes, you're fine. It isn't really. It just looks like whoever Larson pushes is just getting knocked into the fucking wall.
All I'll say is one person proved that they could handle Brad's pushes for quite a while at this race, and it was Cody Ware.
Dude, there was several times Brad was pushing him, and I'm talking to Katie. I'm like, he's not gonna be able to handle this for long. Like every time Brad shoves him, he's just like, it was it was nasty. But good on Cody Ware for leading a shit ton of laps this race.
Yeah, yeah, probably led more than he's led the rest of his career combined.
I heard a stat that Cody Ware in this one race has led more laps than 11 other drivers. Like full-time drivers this year.
That doesn't surprise me. Um, and then the big one happens after Bubba and Kyle Larson decide to kill half the field. And that took out Bubba, Bowman, Herbst. Who else?
Austin Cindric, Noah Gregson, Kyle Busch.
That's right.
Logano was able to go on. Bubba, Austin Hill, Riley Herbst, Zane Smith, Ricky Stenhouse, and Alex Bowman.
All I remember is I heard the audio of Kyle Busch afterwards, and that is one defeated man.
And he signed up for another year of this.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that. Fucking moron.
I heard a thing that there's some theories that the only reason that he's still doing this at this point is just to get goodwill for Brexton, so Brexton gets an RCR Xfinity car someday.
Why would you do your son like that?
I mean, their Xfinity program's not bad.
Yeah, but then he's gonna have to drive for their cup program.
Not really.
I mean, to be fair, this is also, a couple years down the road when maybe Austin Dillon's running the show and Ty Dillon.
Good point.
They might be better
Then
runners.
they'll be back to like Trackhouse level.
It's a possibility.
When RCR goes to Dodge.
That'll
And we have
never
a number
happen.
3 Dodge.
That would never happen.
Austin Dillon said he has big plans.
All right, pop up. I managed to get Nissan here. We're going to Nissan.
No, actually, what I want to see more than anything is a number 3 Toyota on the track, driven by Brexton Busch.
Even I would hate that.
That would be just hilarious. I think NASCAR like fandom would finally melt down.
Yeah, that'd be the nail in the coffin.
There would literally be riots at the racetrack.
What else
Well,
happened?
I think they ran like 3 laps for the end of the stage, and then
Yeah. That way the Kyle Larson stage win.
yeah, and then we restarted and we got the greatest stretch of laps the entire season. We had the Arby's Jamocha Shake Car driven by Cody Ware leading the race for like what felt like 30 laps.
Yeah, it was like the entire run there. It was him versus Ty Dillon for a while.
I would have paid to see that. See that at the end.
I think the only other notable thing is You could tell the Penske cars were fast. Daniel Suarez had a lot of speed. Yeah, that's about it. um,
I'm glad I
then
can't see that on my end.
That's why you record from Zoom, Joe.
then we had a couple cars, including Cody Ware, I think, dropped for pit stops.
Yeah.
As we were gonna get into the green flag pit stops, but then there was a caution. I honestly don't remember what this caution was even for.
Carson Hocevar. He blew
Oh,
up.
that's right. His car blew up
Done blowed up.
for like the third or fourth time this season. I don't
Hendricks
know what they're
hitting.
trying at Spire / Hendrick with some of those Spire cars this year, but I swear they uncork just absolute rocket ships that they blow up half the time.
Am I
Well,
the only one actively rooting against Carson Hocevar?
I'm like 50-50. Some weeks I'm like, oh hell yeah, that'd be funny. Other weeks I'm like, wow, this guy's like kind of a jackass. But then again, I want him to be a winning jackass because like I don't completely hate him. If we're gonna have a
Yeah,
heel that wins, I'd rather it be him than like Ty Gibbs.
I'd rather it be Ross.
Ross, he's not even a
yeah, but
heel. He's like,
Ross is too
Not
much of a
anymore.
pussy.
Yeah, now that he get yelled at.
No,
no,
but he was still
always.
kind of a pussy when he was in the car when he was winning.
I love
No.
Ross. He'd just get out of the car. Someone would confront him. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. My bad, man. I hate that.
He's just
Meanwhile,
Kyle Larson, but not as successful.
Did you not see Carson Hocevar at Watkins Glen?
well, that was
Well, no, that's not.
no,
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 that was.
different. That was different.
No, it wasn't.
Dude, he had like a pit crew member confront him, and he was like, "Ah, bro, what the fuck? Well, fuck ever, fuck you."
He walked up to who was that, Zane Smith,
Zane
and
Smith.
says, "I'm sorry, dude. Do you expect more of these of you clean passes for you by me in the future, next few weeks? I don't want you running into me."
That's honestly that whole thing sounded very tongue in cheek and sarcastic.
No, Carson's a big old bitch.
So basically, he's either
Someone,
being sarcastic or he's just being Ross.
someone's mad that Carson Hocevar doesn't subscribe to them on YouTube. I think that's what this is.
Let me go make my stop motion race cars. Quick, to the time machine back when I was 5 when there was no internet.
But yeah, then so we had Carson blow up. I don't think we had anything for a while after that, did we?
Um,
You had my favorite part of the race happen.
yeah, no, it was stage 2 ending. Well, what was your favorite part, Joe?
When Joey
Oh,
spun.
when SVG.
Uh,
That Joey thing was later.
Oh, I want to see it now.
We also had Denny pulling out his best host of our impression and just driving around the track.
well, before that, we had Casey Mears then blowing his right
Oh
rear.
yeah, 2.0.
That wasn't a caution, and then Denny Hamlin blew a tire, and then I don't know if he couldn't steer or what, but he
But we also had Denny screaming on his radio, a la Ryan Blaney style. I can't turn this thing. It sounded like Green getting stuck, basically, is how I would talk about Denny right there.
I kind of halfway believe him when he said he couldn't turn it because like I don't think I've heard Denny that pissed off on the radio in a while.
Oh yeah, no, that was like that was like he was having a meltdown. It sounded like in the car, and this man doesn't even have a meltdown when his pit crew can't change a tire at Richmond. No, it was pretty hilarious to listen to. As he's driving his car that could go like 140, I swear to God, down the track.
This was like part of the race where I would like hit the live button and hope that it caught up.
Well, after this, Joe, you do get your favorite part of the race. Joey Logano spins out and then pulls the biggest Carson Hocevar move I've ever seen and intentionally gets stuck in the grass.
I saw the replay of this. I'm like, he totally parked it in the grass on purpose.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, that was like Hocevar at Mexico, making sure that Ty Gibbs didn't win a race before he did, kind of level.
He spins it, doesn't hit the wall, was looking like, oh, just drive the pit road. Then just goes, nope, I'm parking it right here on the grass because someone turned me and I'm mad.
And then would you believe we went 8 straight laps with no caution and the race ended in regulation?
I don't like it.
What?
Horrible ending. I want the good ending where Cole Custer flies through the air like a majestic steed, flying, soaring, and flipping over into Justin Haley. I watched the replay, and taking everyone with him except for one man, SVG,
William
who
Byron.
comes through unscathed because his car himself has wings, because that's what it says on the back, and goes to victory lane.
Well, and if we're basing this back in reality, um, I saw Cole Custer like shoot from the third lane to get to the lead. I'm like, what the fuck? Like up to this point, if you'd asked me or told me that Cole Custer wins this race, I'd have been like, fuck no, that's awful. But then I just see Cole Custer out of nowhere, and I'm like, fuck yes, come on, Cole. Dude, it was so badass. It was like Justin Haley's up there. I'm like, okay, well, if he wins it, I guess that's okay. That's pretty cool. Alex Bowman's out of the playoffs for the future driver of the 48. And then I see Cole Custer, and I'm just like, yes.
The only
Yeah.
way I liked it if Cole Custer would have won, did you see what the back of his car said?
Yeah.
It's the only reason why I would have been okay with it. It said, eat my dust.
Okay, yeah. I know I saw it at some point in the race, but I forgot.
Yeah. All I remember is we're watching the 2 Hendrick cars versus, I guess, basically 3 or 4 with Christopher Bell on the outside. Basically, Chris is just hoping like an asteroid hits that outside lane. And then
Yeah.
we have the inside of Justin Haley, Chris Buescher, and I don't remember who's behind him.
All
And
I'm
then we see the outside row of basically the island of misfit cars and drivers of Daniel Suarez and Eric Jones pushing Blaney and Cole Custer from 13th to first in like a lap and a half.
You glossed over your hero getting shuffled out and getting mad.
okay. We do have to talk about
Oh
Eric
yeah.
and then Ryan Priest getting absolutely murdered by Kyler.
Yeah, the Hendrick cars really took only push a winning driver very seriously. And Kyle Larson pulled out his greatest. Like he had some. I've never seen him drive like that on the super speedway where he actually did what he wanted to do and didn't cause the big one.
Well, it was what he normally wants to do is cause a wreck, and he tried twice and failed both times.
Task failed successfully.
It was. I see Eric Jones about get dumped by him. I'm like, wow, GG's Kyle Larson, you fucking douche. And then like I'm sitting, okay, it's Ryan Priest in the outside lane with the 2 Hendrick cars, and then it's Haley in the inside lane with Chris Buescher. And
Okay,
I'm
first
sitting,
off, I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, why? I get why he jumped to try to win the race, but there was way too much. I'm like, Ryan Priest, what the hell are you doing if you're
I
trying to win one for the team?
yeah, I didn't get that honestly, but yeah, that's how it was set up. And I'm sitting here thinking, because like normally the third lane has just not worked ever since
Oh,
with the next gen.
I want to say Sands too. When he's picking this outside lane of Larson and Chase Elliott, whose teammate needs a new driver now to win, let's not forget that behind those two are Bell, who just is going to follow them, and William Byron. Where is the help coming from, Ryan?
Well, not only that case, and I'm sitting here thinking they're going to come to the line. I don't even think a third lane's possible at this point. I'm like, I have never seen the third lane work at Daytona or Talladega in the closing laps with like that much speed and velocity since this next gen car came out. So I'm thinking it's going to come down to one of these two, unless there's a wreck. And all I can sit there and think about is it's just going to be a drag race between the 7 and the 60 with no help coming from behind. Like, Buscher's just going to back off, and then the outside lane of the Hendrick drivers and Bell's just going to back off. And you're just going to have Priest and Haley. I don't know what either one of them, I don't know if they'd run dirty or not, but like, I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
this is going to be the most anticlimactic finish ever
See,
because there's just going to be no help, like none whatsoever.
see what I thought was going to happen they're going to be drag racing. Butcher's going to back off to help Priest, and then Larson and Elliott are going to shoot the middle with Kyle Larson winning Daytona. And I was like, wow, that's going to be ass.
Thank
Or Larson was going to turn Priest into Haley and just cause a massive wreck and pray that him or Bell or Chase won that.
Byron would get through that if that was the case.
Yeah, Joe, remember your scenario where you're like, oh, all these cars are wrecking and they're flying through. Yet one man would come through unscathed and he did it during the 500.
No, he'd go with them this time. He'd be jealous of them all and be like, I also want to crash.
I've seen that story one too many times that he's coming through.
No.
Joe, I might buy that theory, except for the fact that there would be another man that would beat SVG who got through the wreck unscathed, and that would be Mr. 36th in points, Cody Ware.
Now, there's also, we were forgetting, who was William Byron before William Byron at Daytona, where the seas parted for his playoff berth? There's always Austin Dillon to come through a wreck unscathed.
Yeah, that would have been
back-to-back weeks.
That SVG takes them both out, and he goes on to win his first oval race.
SVG just pulls out the Dirt to Daytona cheat codes and just starts shooting paintballs.
The horn motor.
Yeah.
Well, and then we get to the last lap, and Cole Custer and Justin Haley, I don't know what the hell they were exactly trying to accomplish there, but...
Here, Ryan Blaney, this is our win. You can have it.
And then, I don't know what good luck Bowman finally has on his side for the first time ever. But somehow, and like the top 6 or 7 are not playoff drivers except for one of them. It's Ryan Blaney who wins the race with 3 wide behind him.
If Haas going to Toyota, merging with Legacy, doesn't happen, Brian Blaney should get the fucking Parker Retzlaff treatment for not letting Cole Custer get in the playoffs over a Chevy driver. I mean, what the hell was that? No one said anything about that either.
Well, Cole played himself.
If realistically, if Blaney would have helped Cole Custer win that race, their path, the entirety of the Penske organization plus Josh Berry, their path to at least the round of 8 becomes exponentially easier with Alex Bowman out. Cole Custer's a guaranteed first round exit. Also, this helps SVG, Joe. So I don't know why you weren't pulling for Cole Custer, because if Cole Custer gets in, SVG just has one less roadblock.
SVG doesn't need the help. He's got this on lock.
He only has.
You'll see in my bracket.
He has Darlington, then a track he's never raced at,
and then the track that he was Cody Ware levels of bad at.
Yeah.
So he's got practice in. He's got this.
So he's gonna get 30th at Bristol.
Nah, top 20 at Bristol.
Well, I'm gonna have
to see him not racing Cody Ware for legit spot on the track.
You guys debate on SVG for a minute, then we'll go to our playoff picks, but I have to take a stage break. I'm not going to tell you what kind of stage break, if it's a red flag or not, so go ahead.
Well, rain's in the area.
Some heavy rain. So,
well, Joe,
what else about this race?
I'm gonna be honest, Joe. It was pretty It was pretty entertaining. Probably the best race that we had in the next gen car at a plate track, because the timing of the cautions just caused not saving fuel side of stage 2 for a little bit.
See, I only heard on Twitter that it was an awful race, and 90% of it was boring.
No, honestly, maybe it's just because of the people who were out front and watching Daniel Swears and Ty Dillon battle Cody Ware when they actually were fuel saving is just more entertaining than watching William Byron battle Tyler Reddick when they're fuel saving.
Are you saying the Twitterverse lied to me?
Yeah, the Twitterverse is probably just mad that as someone on Reddit posted, Was this the greatest comeback at a super speedway since Dale Earnhardt 98?
What?
What's better? 13th to first in a lap and 3/4 on the third lane, or 18th to first from Dale?
That was 2000 Talladega, not 1998 Daytona.
Yes, I know.
Is that what
I
they
was giving
put
all the
was
facts.
98 Daytona?
Yes, they did.
Oh,
I was
I'm
giving you
gonna
all the facts, Joe.
I'm gonna go with 1998 Daytona coming from 18th.
I also would pick 1998 Daytona.
In the summer, no, the fall Daytona 500 race that Dale won.
It was the summer Daytona 500 race, yeah.
No, it was the fall. It was the fall.
Oh, say, you know how the political parties switched? Did you know the Daytona races also switched in the 500 to the spring?
Neither one of those are true.
Are we talking about Lee Diffie?
We're talking about how Ryan Blaney, and this is quoting a Reddit post, had the greatest comeback at a plate track since the Dale Earnhardt at the 1998 Daytona 500. Not Talladega in 2000. The 98 Daytona 500, according to person on Reddit.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
You remember the fall Daytona 500 in '98?
Oh yeah, famously.
Well, is it playoff bracket time?
Oh, I believe it is.
Who wants to go first?
Well, I think we start off with trucks.
Oh, we're doing this all in one.
Okay.
Yeah. So your Truck Series field. These 10 drivers are Corey Heim, Lane Riggs, Chandler Smith, Daniel Hemrick, Tyler Ankrum, Ty Majeski, Grant Enfinger, Rajah Caruth, Caden Honeycutt, and Jake Garcia. We have the round of 10, which consists of Darlington, Bristol, and New Hampshire, and 2 will be eliminated. I guess we could. Do you guys want to go from like who we think is going to get eliminated each round?
Yeah, that's how I have it written down at least.
So, who do you guys think gets eliminated in the round of 10?
I have Ankrum and Garcia.
I have the same.
I have Garcia and Rajah.
I have faith in Rajah at Bristol.
I just don't have faith in
Yeah.
that truck unless there's like some kind of strategy. It's just been kind of ass this year.
That I don't remember the last time I remember seeing Garcia on my TV screen. And as far as I remember, like Ankrum has been like miles behind Hemrick everywhere.
Ankrum's been really good this year. He's like had a Chase Elliott level season, but again, still worse than Hemrick.
I just don't see him ever.
I would also like to say we have a Thursday Bristol race on Thursday, September 11th.
I will be boots on the ground for that race.
I'll never forget that race.
Well, moving on, we got what, Roval, Talladega, Martinsville for the round of 8 in trucks.
Yes, and again, 4 will be eliminated this go round.
I have Honeycutt, Majeski, Caruth, and Hemrick out, which is my final 4 of Heim, Chandler Smith, Riggs, and Enfinger.
Hang on. Go ahead. I have to mark these.
I have Riggs, Hemrick, Honeycutt, and Enfinger getting eliminated with the final 4 of Heim, Majeski, Ankrum, and Chandler Smith.
You said that way too quick. All right, I got my 4. I had to make some marks next to them. Because I haven't written down who my final 4 are, not who's eliminated. I have being eliminated Honeycutt, Caruth, Enfinger, and Heim.
Heim?
Yes. I feel
What?
like Heim time is coming to an end.
How? Explain.
They're where?
He's gonna get crashed at the Roval, and he's gonna get crashed at Talladega.
Yep.
And then
it does not
Lane
bode
Riggs
well
is gonna
for
run
him.
him over at Martinsville again.
Yeah.
He's got 36 points.
So?
You have 62 playoff points.
So? That don't mean nothing.
It means a good bit.
It doesn't. In this system, it doesn't. trying to get to that schedule here. Yeah, he's totally getting crashed out in Dega, and he's totally going to get crashed out at Charlotte. Yeah, the points don't matter. Just like whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter. So my final four is Majeski, Hemrick, Riggs, and Smith.
All right. I got my champion. It's going to be Lane Riggs.
No, I didn't write champion. I don't need to, though. We all know who. It's Mr. Backflip himself. He does what he does best. And he wins in clutch moments.
My champion is Corey Heim.
Corey Heim, he's going to be crashed out in the second round. In the words of Master Jake, he's going to go home crying to his mama.
Well, so wait, Joe, who was your champion again?
Hemrick.
Hemrick. Okay.
Mr. Backflip himself. The new backflip.
The
You
new
mean soon to be driving at Colleague?
Yeah, he's going to be taking over the Dodge car truck.
I can't wait for it to be like Hemrick and Justin Haley in trucks or something like that with Daniel Dye.
And Daniel Suarez.
They're just gonna go absolutely try to get like the top three.
No wonder why they said yes to that deal. They don't have to pay a damn dime. Anyways,
Well-
you guys will save that, right? Till
Yeah.
next time.
Till next pod.
On to Cup.
On the cup.
We got our round of 16, Darlington, Gateway, Bristol. Who wants
Our-
to go first?
Well, I'm going to list off our playoff drivers, which are Kyle,
Okay.
William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, SVG, Chase Elliott, Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric, Ross Chastain, Joey Logano, Josh Berry, Tyler Reddick, Austin Dillon, and Alex Bowman. So, who will be your 4 eliminated in the round of 16? Anybody?
I have Cindric, Barry, Dylan, and Joey Logano. Out of pure spite, Joey will be eliminated.
Do you want me to
Chris? Yeah.
I have SVG, Josh Berry, Austin Dillon, and Alex Bowman out in the first round.
I have SVG, Cindric, Austin Dillon, and Tyler Reddick out in the first round.
Bunch of haters in this first round.
My problem with Cindric is, have you guys looked at his average finish for the 3 tracks that were running for the first round?
I don't need to. I've looked at his average finish all year. It's
It's
almost SVG levels.
It's those 3 tracks he's actually really good at. So,
I know. I thought about. Oh shit! I say Cindric. I meant Barry's out.
Oh, okay. So,
I have Cindric on.
okay.
So I just saw Gateway and I was like, oh, he actually was pretty good there. He might win there again when Ryan Blaney runs out of gas.
Cindric, Logano, Barry, Dylan. Yeah.
Round of 12, we're at New Hampshire, Kansas, and the Charlotte Roval. Joe, who's your 4 out for the round of 12?
Bowman, Reddick, Briscoe, and Bubba are the 4.
Mine are Briscoe, Bubba, Cindric, and Logano.
I have Logano, Cindric, Chastain, and Dennis.
Whoa.
James?
Dennis Allen?
Honestly, the Denny is he's decent at New Hampshire, but not like insanely great. If he doesn't run good at Kansas, I'm a little worried because he has been literally Cody Ware level road course racer this year.
Yeah, that is a good point.
So I don't love that with New Hampshire not being a super amazing track for him if he doesn't. And I think Kansas, I mean, he's got a really good shot to win there. He always does really good at Kansas. So I think it's very likely he goes on. But I think we should talk about our final eight now. My final eight are Bowman, Larson, Byron, Chase, all 400 cars, Blaney, Bell, Briscoe, and Bubba. I got Bubba to the round of eight, Chris. Even you couldn't do that.
I could.
Am I the biggest Bubba fan in this?
I think you are.
Possibly.
There's a new sheriff in town, Chris.
My final eight is Kyle Larson, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain, and Tyler Reddick.
I got Larson, Byron, Hamlin, Blaney, Bell, SVG, Elliott, and Chastain. They all called me crazy.
Do you guys want to go over the 4 eliminated for the Vegas, Talladega, Martinsville round?
Yep. Unfortunately, I have Bubba out here, Briscoe out here. And then I have Bowman and Chase out here as well. I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of a crapshoot for if all 4 Hendrick drivers make the round of 8. I really don't know which 2 are making it out of there. Probably Byron, but they've all won at Martinsville and Vegas. But that means my final 4 is Larson, Byron, Bell, Blaney. I think it's probably the most realistic to happen, mainly because Larson's probably going to win Vegas. He didn't, this spring at Vegas, he didn't have his typical Kyle Larson, I'm going to lead 200 laps here. So that means we're setting up for a fall Kyle Larson. Well, I'm going to lead 200 laps here.
I have Kyle Larson, William Byron. No, sorry. I have Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Ross Chastain, and Tyler Reddick being eliminated in the round of 8. I think I kind of tried to go random here for Talladega. I think Byron or Hamlin will win Las Vegas and Martinsville. Like, you can flip flop either one. And I think Blaney survives at Talladega, and I think Chase Elliott just kind of, through the process of elimination of these other drivers wrecking or having bad luck and him just being really consistent, makes his way to the Final Four.
All right, Joe, how's SPG making it?
Being eliminated, I have William Byron, Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, and SVG is eliminated. The Cinderella ends here. Even though he has the 10th best odds to win the championship. He has better odds than Bubba Wallace at winning this thing, just so you know, Chris.
This is stupid.
He also has better odds than Bowman, Austin Dillon, Barry, Cindric.
He has the same odds as Chase Briscoe.
Realistically, okay, so we all agree SVG gets eliminated and doesn't make the Final Four. So that means
yes,
races 1 through 10 is going to determine 5th through 16th in the points.
Yes.
Where does SVG finish in the points? And why is it 14th?
Probably 14th.
I could see it being like 12th, maybe.
I see him getting 9th at best.
Yeah, I think that's a ceiling. I don't know.
I think 12th to 14th is pretty realistic. I think he'll do better than Austin Dillon.
Because besides Gateway in New Hampshire, he's been to the rest of these tracks. And he's got nowhere to go but up.
I mean, if we're just looking at season-long points total, I think he can beat Cindric. I think he can beat Barry, and I think he can beat Austin Dillon, realistically. Do I think he beats all of them? No. So that's why I say 14th. But, yeah, I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to say ceiling's probably 11th. And that's if he overperforms.
I think it's 9th just based on crashes, like everyone else having mistakes.
I'm still locking in 14th. I don't.
He said it's 9th when Alex Bowman makes the Final Four, but then gets a 100-point penalty for some
yes.
part.
then they take him away. So my final four is Larson, Blaney, Hamlin, and Chastain.
My final four is Byron, Hamlin, Blaney, and Elliott.
And I have Larson, Bell, Byron, Blaney.
Wait, do we all have Blaney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any others in common?
I don't think so, because who would you say you had?
Byron, Hamlin, Blaney, Elliott.
Yeah, because Joe doesn't have Byron. I have Byron. I think Joe and I have Bell, right?
I have Hamlin.
Okay.
Does none of us have Bell?
No,
I have Bell.
I don't.
Fuck.
That means Bell's winning.
No. If Kaysen didn't pick Bell, that means Bell was winning.
It's already
Yeah,
right there. He's 10 points up.
I think it's really hard not to pick Bell or Byron because they've been there the last 2. I mean, Bell, Byron, and Blaney have all been there the last 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bell's been the last like 3 or 4. That's
Yeah,
kind of why
Bell-
I didn't pick him. I feel like it's time for his.
Bell
He's
didn't
either
go
winning-
last year.
What?
Bell didn't go last year.
He didn't go last year? I thought he
No,
did.
no. Remember, he rode the wall. Well, rode the wall.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Byron got in over him.
Yeah. I forgot.
Well, who's your champions?
I picked Ryan Blaney.
I have Larson.
I picked the man with the 11th best odds of Ross Chastain.
I really don't hate it. I really don't.
I would like it more if that team had speed.
Oh, they're gonna get it. They're gonna find it. They're
Joe,
holding back.
it took a lot in me not to advance Ross out of the round of 8, but I just didn't know who I wanted to replace. And like Elliott was my maybe, but I feel like Elliott's just gonna be so strong with points, and Ross is gonna have to win Dega, and then just show a rocket ship at Phoenix.
Honestly, I almost picked Ross out in the round of 16. I think I have better faith. Like I was closer with I was pretty close with moving SVG on and leaving Ross behind.
I don't think for me, anyways, there's another driver, maybe Reddick, but I'm gonna say Ross here because overall the performance has been worse. Who could either go out and win the championship or be eliminated in the first round?
I would say my two that would I wouldn't say win the championship, but be like Final Four drivers or out in the first round are Bowman and Ross.
Yeah.
Because both of them will put together a stretch where they're getting top. Like, I mean, until Daytona, I think Bowman had 4 top 5s in 6 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
The
Which
thing
means
is,
he's making the round of 12 and crashing every race or crashing every race this round.
I truly would find Ross as a more fitting champion than Bowman.
Oh, yeah, I don't think
I
Bowman
don't-
would ever win the championship. Bowman he's going to make the Final Four eventually, I feel like.
Not if he loses his ride to Zilich.
Zillage just signed a multi-year deal. He ain't going anywhere.
For 2-3 years.
I think it was 2 years, wasn't it? That was the rumors the end of next season.
Oh man, SVG's contract's longer than Zillage. That shows who Trackhouse has more faith in.
It shows who Trackhouse thinks isn't going to get stolen. So the driver's not signing as long of a contract.
No.
Trackhouse knows that Rick Hendrick's about to get another government contract for 50 more Tahoes.
Yeah, they know that SVG would get snatched up by Hendrick, and they're like, we can't let that happen.
So we have Blaney, Larson, and Chastain.
I was pretty close to going Blaney, but I was like, if there's 2 Hendrick cars in it, it's going to be hard for me. And I really think that Larson's about to come out on an absolute tear.
I didn't pick Blaney to win because I'm sick of seeing Penske winning Phoenix.
That's kind of solely why I really wanted to pick Denny. There's just he's either crashing and burning early in the playoffs, like round of 12, or he's going all the way to the Final Four.
I think if he makes it through the round of 12, because those tracks are just not great to him outside of Kansas, that he's making the Final Four pretty easily.
I really wanted to pick Denny just because he's losing his charters, and they're gonna have to hand him a trophy in exchange.
I'm pulling for Bubba. Bubba's my driver. I want to see him win the championship. Joe, I know you're an SVG fan. You want to see SVG win the championship. Case, and I know you're, I guess, a fan of Hocevar. He's not in it.
I'm putting my NASCAR hat on.
He's a fan of the officials on pit road.
I want to see Bubba win it. Joe wants to see SVG win it. Realistically, that's not going to happen for either one of us.
I just gotta say, who's got the better odds?
I still think that's kind of ridiculous. Um, but um, if there's any other driver I'm pulling for, I really would love to see Denny Hamlin win the championship.
Yeah.
I that is that would be funny as hell. Plus, I think it'd be good overall just if Denny won one.
I want Kaysen to get a France family hat. That's who he roots for, is the France family.
Can you get a Jim France hat that has like the number 4 on the side of it?
Probably. Probably somewhere on mine.
I'll get a Brian France hat with the number 3.
You also get a free crack pipe included.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
So yeah, I guess we got 3 different people. It'll be pretty interesting.
Well, okay, so forget the picks we've just made. Looking at this list of 16, who is your favorite? Not the guy you can be the guy you picked as a champion, but like going in, who do you think's your favorite?
Larson.
I'd say Bell.
That's hard.
Actually, I'm gonna go with Byron because I feel like Byron's had a stronger run recently than Bell. So I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
Byron.
Byron really hasn't had. He's kind of put together a chase-like season, but he actually has competed for wins outside of Atlanta.
I was thinking Bell or Byron.
And then my next question is, who's your realistic underdog? And Joe, I think Chastain's a good one because you already have him picked. For me,
11th best odds.
Kason,
I was gonna say honestly, I think it might be Briscoe.
that's who I was gonna go with. I think
He's been extremely strong. It feels like the second half of this regular season, and he probably could have won more than he won one race, right, or 2 races.
One.
So
probably
I think he probably could have won 2 or 3 pretty easily.
I was listening to the teardown and they're high on Briscoe.
I
Well, he's been good.
I think Jordan's the one that's high on Briscoe the
Jordan's a
most,
so
Yeah.
but I think they both like Briscoe as like an underdog.
if Briscoe makes it to the final 4, I would not be shocked at all to see him be champion because he's pretty good at Phoenix historically. Like he won in a fucking SHR car.
I mean, he was good. He was top 5 good there in an SHR car.
That's what made me want to put Briscoe almost in the round of 8, but then I didn't do it.
I think
I think the only thing that's gonna kill him is just Martinsville and Vegas with 2 Hendrick cars, or maybe Denny, and then Talladega if he just gets involved in a wreck.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say that about a lot of people too. I mean, Vegas and Martinsville are going to be extremely hard to beat. Hendrick cars / maybe like a Blaney or Denny, and then I mean basically Vegas and Martinsville for both those, and then Talladega is just going to be Ricky Stenhouse for some reason.
oh damn, I changed my backgrounds for this.
I did have one question. It's not about the guys in the playoffs. Who's the one guy outside of the playoffs you can actually see doing something and being like, man, if only he was in?
Busher.
Yeah, Busher, maybe Brad. That is a very
I could see Brad winning Darlington.
I could see him. I could see any of those RFK cars going out and winning any given race in the next 10 weeks. And I can't say the same for half the playoff field.
I agree, Busher. I'd have to agree with that. I was thinking for some reason I can see a big fuck you and Ty Gibbs getting a win, but it'd be like at Talladega where he just lucks into it.
I could see Busher. I could see it'd have to be either one of the RFK cars or someone at Talladega or House of R maybe.
Yeah, out of the
When when they just bring out his random rocket ship engines that they'll pull out once every like 4 to 5 races.
Let me look at the standings real quick.
And then Hocefar's gonna wreck somebody. Like, no, what's gonna happen? It's gonna be that Kansas race, and Hocefar's like gonna wreck Denny or something like that.
Whoa, this is the biggest jump in points history. SVG jumped 18 spots this late in the season.
I mean, I can see Busher getting a win somewhere on speed. I can see Priest getting a win somewhere on speed. I can even see Ty Gibbs getting a win somewhere on speed, even though I'm just not sold on him quite yet. I'm gonna exclude Talladega here. I'm just talking about going up and having pure race
Yeah.
winning speed at a traditional track.
I got a guy.
And
Honestly,
my last one's Hope Savar here.
is it Eric Jones at Darlington, Joe?
Yes.
I could see that
If he
happening.
loves doing that, and I hate him for it.
I see.
Yeah,
It's like no, Joe. It's like a welcome back Kyle Petty moment because like Kyle Petty only really won at Rockingham. Eric Jones only really wins at Darlington. Welcome back, Kyle Petty.
It annoys the hell out of me.
yeah.
It's like
Honestly,
sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna say honestly, I almost of your list. I think I agree with everybody. It's basically just RFK cars or Hostafar for me or Eric Jones at Darlington.
Yeah.
Outside of Talladega, obviously McDowell, Ricky, something like that. I mean, hell, anybody really. But I don't know. I have yet to see a race this year that wasn't probably Mexico, where I was like, wow, Ty Gibbs has speed.
I mean,
He
we're going to
looks
the World.
fast.
Michigan.
Isn't that the race he got fourth, but he was only up there because of fuel?
He was saving
Okay,
fuel instead of
he
racing
was, like,
Denny when he could have made it.
Top 10 speed, but he still really doesn't like, oh, I think he's actually going to win this speed.
He has 7 top 10s this season. And
He
4
l-
top 5s, which is 2 more than Kyle Busch.
That's somebody else that theoretically could, but I don't think he will.
Yeah, that's why I
Man-
didn't say him.
Mainly because RCRs are about to pull all the stops out in the Austin Dillon cars for the next few weeks.
When you mean pull all the stops, you mean he just blows a motor at Darlington, he crashes at Bristol.
It's going to be really funny when Austin Dillon wins Darlington because he's historically actually kind of good at Darlington.
RCR is going to get so mad that Ross and SVG are outrunning Austin that they're going to give him bad motors. Then they're going to take them all out.
At least there's no Colin cars in the playoffs because we know those guys are going to finish fucking last every week from here on out for next season.
Yeah.
If
And
I'm
then next
AJ,
season.
if I'm AJ, I'm seriously like just give me the fucking trucks right at this point because
Give me the truck ride next year.
Is this really the reason that they need to keep Ty Dillon around those? Because they know that RCR won't give him the worst thing possible because Ty Dillon's there and Pop can't have Ty Dillon going out.
Ty Dillon's about to go race a truck, dude.
yeah, Ty Dillon's gonna become a Dodge guy. It's like that one season he ran part time for Joe Gibbs in Xfinity and did fuck nothing with it.
So you're saying he's going to become a Dodge guy. So we're one step closer to Austin and Ty taking RCR to Dodge in a few years after Richard kicks the bucket.
Oh man, I fell into Cason's trap.
Oh. Well. I'm gonna ask. I guess I'm gonna come up with one more question. I want to hear 3 things. What round are you most looking forward to? What race are you most looking forward to? And what race are you least looking forward to?
Oh, least is easy. New Hampshire. We get to watch Christopher Bell win another race.
I agree with that.
My least is Gateway.
I could also agree with that. I'm gonna go with Kaysen though, because
At least at Gateway, you have a Ryan Blaney chance.
I say Gateway just because it's coming back next year. New Hampshire isn't. So I can survive one New Hampshire playoff race.
My problem with New Hampshire is because I know Christopher Bell's going to win that race. Like, unless he literally blows up or there's rain in turn 1 and he spins out.
Gateway doesn't belong in the playoffs. It doesn't.
I don't think any flat track belongs in the playoffs.
I disagree.
They've historically always sucked. Flat tracks have never put on good racing.
There's one flat track that belongs in the playoffs.
What's that?
North Wilkesboro.
Well, yes, but I wouldn't even call that a flat track.
I would.
That you can rip the high side there.
I
You can
mean,
rip the high side out of track. It's not.
you
a flat
saw
track.
me rip the high side of New Hampshire in the game. I can
Yeah,
do
'cause
that
you're
too.
Ross Chastaning it. The only flat
Well, you
track that
can do
works
it.
is if they're short tracks, like Martinsville. And they don't even work now because this car sucks.
Yeah, so that's my least looking forward to is New Hampshire because I'm going to watch Christopher Bell win, and maybe Ryan Preece will decide this is the day he's finally going to show us that he was a modified champion.
At New
Maybe he'll
Hampshire?
pull it out. It would be really hilarious to watch Ryan Preece win a race and it's at New Hampshire. But race I'm most looking forward to. Kansas probably. If not Kansas, Talladega. If not that, I want to say Vegas. I just really think that Kyle Larson's about to pull out the Kyle Larson thing at Vegas. And that's going to make it not fun to watch because it's just going to be, oh, they're 6 seconds back. Oh, nothing's changed in 115 laps. So yeah, I'd say those two.
I'd say mine's Kansas. But then when I started to think about that, I have a better one. And it's Phoenix. And no, it's not because it's the championship race. It's because it's the last fucking time for at least the next year we'll have to see Phoenix decide the championship race. So Joe, for the same reasons, you're picking Gateway because you're just gonna have to see it come back. I'm picking Phoenix because it doesn't have to come back. Be a fucking championship deciding race next year. Unless they change the format.
Which they haven't announced that they would yet.
I guess realistically I'm going Kansas. I think that'll be the best race of the round. Maybe Vegas, maybe Darlington. Darlington's kind of put on a stinker the last few times though, or a couple times.
Oh, here comes William Byron to lead 250 laps and not win the race.
Well, the Southern 500 is usually pretty good.
Yeah, there's always some twist that happens.
Get rid of the spring Darlington race.
Make it the All-Star race, Joe.
I'd be fine with that.
I can live with it. I wouldn't like it, but I could live with it.
The track I'm looking forward to the most, it's regardless of what happens with SVG, it's the Roval for me.
Yeah.
Or it's Talladega. Those are my two.
Okay,
The Roval's
problem is if something happens to him at the Roval, I don't want to watch what I had to watch last year at the Roval.
Well, he was in a Colleague car. What is he gonna do?
No,
and it wasn't Trackhouse. Like, it was a Trackhouse car, but they're like, here, Colleague, here's our car. You know what to do, and then they didn't do it.
No, it's not that I'm worried about. I'm worried about if he crashes for any reason or anything. We're gonna follow the Kyle Larson choo-choo train around the Charlotte Roval again.
I see. I'm only excited for that race because it's a new layout, and that I get to go.
Wasn't it a new layout last year?
It wasn't completely a new layout.
It was like one less turn, maybe.
I think it was the same thing. It was just they changed the final chicane.
Yeah. And now there's more laps this year instead of like 70 something. There's 109.
Okay, so now I'm no longer excited for it.
109 laps at the Charlotte Roval.
Chris, if they would have added like another 20 laps onto last year, I think I literally just would have left. I would have walked back to Denver.
I would have stayed.
There's just a few times where like what you guys, I guess you watched it on TV, but like going to that race with the Gen 6 car was fucking peak. It was like always solid. Like being able to sit down, watch a road course race and literally see everything that's happening is just awesome. But then they moved to the fucking next gen car and it's just you guys were there for a race. It's just choo choo, no passing. Choo choo.
You only hated the one I went to because Bell won. And then Tim was very obnoxious.
I was happy for Tim. I really was happy for Tim, but then like reality set in and Christopher Bell won and I just watched it.
I liked it because Larson crashed in that race and failed to make the next round, and I laughed at your sister.
Poor Ashley. She's the coolest Larson fan because Larson will crash and she'll be like,
Those
"Well, I hate it, but what?"
those words, can you say them in the same sentence like that?
Not
Well,
after last year.
Cool and Larson fan?
yeah, because she's like, "Oh, my driver wrecked out. Well, at least everyone else is gonna have a good time." And I'm like, "Ashley, no, just be an asshole like the rest of them." She's like, "Nah, I'm happy if somebody else wins."
So
I
no,
tried
no.
my
What she needs to
best.
do then, she needs to pull out her William Byron hat, and then when something happens to Byron, she pulls out the Chase Elliott hat. If something happens to all three of them, she reluctantly digs in the closet to find the Alex Bowman hat that has dust on it.
No, she's one of the 5 Larson fans who pulled for him when he was in the 42 car. So
I tried my best. I remember that race when Larson didn't make it to make her mad at me, and she just wouldn't do it. She wasn't taking the bait.
Yeah.
Ashley,
Also, we have Joe to blame for watching Kyle Larson choo-choo train the field last year at the Roval.
I wasn't there.
No,
exactly.
but it's because of what happened when he crashed. Then I show up to the Roval and it's
You weren't
we got
lucky
people
enough.
going just all the Larson fans around us, and Larson leads the lap. Looks like was that Bell in second? I don't even
think
remember who got second in that race. It's like, they're kind of closing in. Nope, they're not. It just looked like it from the angle.
Another thing about the old cars that people still bring up is how Ryan Blaney won. And every time they talk about it, they act like he just like dominated the race when he just got lucked into it.
I will never forget that. I'm sitting over like at the exit of the infield portion, and I'm like looking over at the start finish line, and I just see Jimmy Johnson yeet his way through the fucking chicane and just wipe out Truex, and I'm like, yes. And see fucking Blaney go by for it was one of his first few cup wins. I know he'd already
Yeah.
won before, but like I was like, how fucking yeah. And I was so happy because that son of a bitch Truex, I set probably 5 rows from the fence when he led like 390 laps of the Coke 600,
It was
and I was like,
397.
I thought it was 392.
It was a lot.
It was too many, too fucking many.
It was 390 something too many.
Yes, and I was like, you deserve that, you fucking son of a bitch. Fuck you. I didn't have anything against Truex. It was just I did not want to see him win in person again. What made it worse is you guys know me when I go to a race. I want to sit up top and actually see what's happening on the track. The person I was with, even though that was back when you could go to a NASCAR race and move to whatever seat because no one fucking showed up to him, um, I wanted to move way up and watch the race, which would have been way more enjoyable for me. Instead, this guy insists we sit 5 rows from the fucking fence to only see like half of the front stretch. Mind you, we're not even on we're on the exit of pit road. So like I'm getting just pelted with rubber, and I just see Truex lead the entire race. I'm like, this is awesome.
Well, this year you get to see SVG lead the entire race.
I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even be mad. It'd be boring, but I wouldn't be mad.
What was that third question?
The round you're most looking forward to.
Um, it's kind of hard because I really feel like 2 races in each round are going to be ass.
I'm gonna say the round of 8.
That's what I'm gonna.
I probably would lean round of 8 too. Because first round we know Darlington might be interesting. Gateway is Gateway. Bristol, we're about to watch Kyle Larson do Kyle Larson things at Bristol, unless he literally blows an engine.
My only hope for Bristol is that the tire wears like it did at Richmond.
They're not
So
running.
then Denny's
I
only
thought
like
they're running that tire at Richmond.
They're running.
At Bristol.
They're running it at New Hampshire. Not
Oh, this is
Bristol.
bullshit.
They don't even do the fucking short track package at Bristol. They run the fucking intermediate package.
They need to stop doing that.
They definitely need to stop doing
so
that.
we're gonna watch Kyle Larson win by 20 seconds unless Denny and for some reason Alex Bowman was good there earlier this year. Then we move on to the next round and we go to New Hampshire, which maybe the tires will be hilarious to watch, apparently. Otherwise, let's watch Christopher Bell lead 2/3 of the race. Then we go to Kansas and we get to have fun. Then we go to the Roval and watch SVG lead all the laps unless something happens to him. It's very much the same to Bell at New Hampshire or Larson at Bristol. Then we go to Vegas and maybe someone else leads, but probably either a Denny / Larson / Byron, but probably Larson.
Or Barry.
Flores.
We could see something like that happen. We could see some kind of meme happen. I doubt it. Maybe I'm a little pessimistic because I've seen this show one too many times with a Hendrick car just not doing anything that's supposed to be dominant all year, and then they just decide the playoffs come around and he's getting all of Carson Hocefar's rocket ship engines. Then we go to Talladega, and they're going to fuel save for 2/3 of the race, and then there's going to be a big crash that takes out half the playoff cars, if not 3/4 of them. And then we're going to watch Ricky Stenhouse win or something, which will be hilarious because it always is. Then we'll go to Martinsville, and all just hate our lives watching that. And then we'll go to Phoenix and hate our lives watching that.
Wow, Kason, that was really pessimistic.
I'm proud of you.
You sound like a NASCAR fan. Congratulations.
You finally did it. We
Now,
finally
in the
broke
meantime-
him.
Now, like I said, Kason, who's Wally Dallenbach? And if you don't know that answer, I need you to go write a 300-page essay and bring it back for the next time we do a podcast.
But to answer the question from the beginning, I think Vegas and Talladega have the most potential. And Martinsville, if they decide to bring a tire there, that actually means something.
I think even with Martinsville, since it is the cutoff race, that one usually just has some nonsense going on in it that makes it somewhat compelling.
You mean when all the Chevys start blocking for Byron again?
Yeah. Or Bubba's like, hey, Christopher Bell. I'm Clint Boyer.
And then Christopher Bell decides to ride the wall for literally zero reason whatsoever.
That was so fucking stupid.
And then Tim crashes out.
NASCAR made the right choice with that, by the way. If it's going to be a rule, they made a right choice.
I still think that was the wrong choice.
Well, Joe, you think a lot of things are the wrong choice.
Yeah.
That's because
That's why I should be in charge. I like what? I should be in charge of NASCAR. I should be in charge.
Well, Joe, what's your? Are you sticking with Vegas, Talladega, Martinsville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the Roval, Joe.
Round of 8 is usually like, this is great. The season's almost over, and now we get to go watch a shitty Phoenix race. Like the hype for me for the playoffs, it usually peaks at the Roval. Then there's that plateau, then a sharp decline when Phoenix hits.
Yeah. I gotta say, I am probably the same, where it usually starts to peak around the Roval, and then we go to Las Vegas and probably watch Larson or Byron or Denny just dominate, but probably Larson or Byron. And then it's a decline, and then Talladega is going to take out everyone I like, basically. And that's going to be like this. And then we're going to Martinsville and watch the most boring race ever with some shenanigans, and it'll be kind of plateaued. And then we go to Phoenix, and then it's just off a cliff because I have to watch Phoenix.
Phoenix should have one race date.
Phoenix shouldn't have none, honestly.
I'd make them do the Phoenix Roval from NASCAR Thunder 2004.
I really wish when they spent all that money flipping the front stretch and back stretch, they would have just made a short track. It'd still be bad because short tracks suck nowadays, but at least like I know if they fix the car, that track would be better. I don't like they could bring the greatest race car ever to Phoenix, and that race is just going to be absolutely ass. I can count on one hand how many good Phoenix races I've watched in my life.
I've seen a few.
I would also like to say that would have fixed NASCAR's problem of wanting a short track in the West.
And it's a market they don't want to miss going to, and that's why Phoenix is going to always have 2 dates.
I've seen a few good Phoenix races there.
Yeah, I can count on one hand, though, dude. It's not like... There was that one with Carl Edwards and, Harvick?
Yeah, that was a good ending. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean the race was good.
Well, I mean, there's... The race itself is never really going to be great there.
Let's see. take a look in a book. I'm looking at Phoenix race wins.
That does not sound like fun, Joe.
Mark Martin. I mean, that's cool.
Oh yeah, never mind. I remember seeing this story before. Yeah, from 04 to 06, Phoenix really fucking sucked because Greg Biffle just won every race in November. It says here. No wait, never mind. Oh, it took me to race series championship races, and I was like, "What?"
I was gonna say, Greg Biffle November. That'd be
I
Homestead.
was like, "That doesn't make any sense." There we go. Now we're on this. Now we're on the cutting edge of technology here. Any race win by Kevin Harvick was a good good race at Phoenix.
Well, the one Casey Kane won in the 4-car with Red Bull.
Yeah, that was a good one. So there was 10 good Phoenix races.
If we're just counting the winners.
If we're just counting Kevin Harvick. Why does it take me to the Homestead page when I'm trying? This NASCAR Cup Series Championship race, 1988 to present. But it doesn't have the other race there.
Yeah, if you go to Wikipedia, it just has the spring race and the former non-championship fall race. It's like, or the race at Phoenix hasn't existed since 2019, which that would be nice. If there's always that question, like if you could go back in time, what historical event would you stop? And a lot of people say like killing baby Hitler. Mine would be going back and stopping the construction of Phoenix International Raceway.
Mine would be to stop Alan Kowicki from doing the Polish victory lap and making any kind of memory in Phoenix memorable. Yeah, okay. Oh, you have to scroll down further. From what? Everything, it doesn't have anything there. That's dumb.
It doesn't.
Because nothing needs to be there, Joe.
That's so stupid. This is big NASCAR silencing past Phoenix races. Oh wait, here they are. I had to scroll further. I just remember some 90s race where Dale Earnhardt just taking out Jeff Gordon. That was a good race. Jeff Burton in 2001. That was a good race. Matt Kenseth in 2002. That was a good race. Matt Kenseth winning his last race ever. That was a good race because he beat Chase Elliott to prevent him from winning some more. Good racing all around.
Yeah, Joe, I've stuck with a bunch of your nonsense takes tonight, but this one might be your worst.
I remember a Phoenix race. That was a good race. I remember some people thought there should have been a restart that race.
Nah, there should have been.
Where's my restart?
Still waiting.
Well, I think I'm done talking about the playoffs for now until we get to the Xfinity Series this weekend.
2 weeks.
So, all right. Well, I guess I'm done tonight if you guys are.
Yep.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for listening. Subscribe to us on our newly rebooted YouTube channel, thanks to Joe. And follow us on Spotify and drop a comment. We'll see y'all later.